Hey everybody, I've been playing Cult of the Lamb a lot, and in this week's video I want to show you guys how to kill Leshy, who's the first main boss, and also show you how to defeat 3 mini-bosses you must kill before you can get to the region 1 end boss. So the first region you'll have to fight in is Darkwood. This is also like a tutorial area for Cult of the Lamb, but it doesn't mean that all the bosses will be easy, especially if you're playing on the hardest difficulties. In order to get to the main boss, you will need to kill 3 mini-bosses to open this door that leads to Leshi. Bosses in Darkwood go in the following order, and I'm probably going to butcher these names: Amducius, Valfar, Barbatos, and finally main boss Leshi. So the first mini-boss that you will encounter is Amducius. Amducius has 3 actions he can execute during combat. He can either produce an egg, which will spawn a smaller worm, charge up briefly before executing a short ramming attack, or spit a large number of projectiles into the air that will impact in a cone, roughly in the direction of the player. Being the first boss, Amducius is quite low HP and fairly easy to kill. I would advise to kill small worms whenever they spawn, so that you can keep focus on the main boss. Stay aware of the ramming attack. Whenever you see Amducius charging, just jump away and wait a bit before attacking, and just avoid the projectiles. Second mini-boss is Valfar. Valfar engages in 3 distinct attacks, jumping at the player 2 times. This number changes to 4 when sufficient damage has been taken, and 2 patterns of projectile attacks, which it indicates with symbols above its head. It will also occasionally stop attacking in order to roar. So how to kill him? I would suggest not attacking in between his jumps. Roll in when he has jumped 2 or 4 times. This way you can play it safe and make sure he will not jump on you and do any damage. When it comes to projectiles, just roll as far as possible when you see Valfar charging projectile attack. This way it will be much easier to avoid any projectiles coming your way. Third and last mini-boss is Barbatos. Barbatos has 2 attacks it engages in. After each attack, it will submerge and move to a different location. During this, it is invincible and will damage the player if touched. When emerged from ground, it will either spit airborne projectiles all across the area, or shoot out rows of spikes in 8 directions around it. One can tell which attack it will execute by whether or not green circles start building up at its base during the attack wind-up. These indicate a spit attack, otherwise it will be a spike attack. I would say this mini-boss was quite easy. Just run away when Barbatos is underground. When he emerges from the ground, run in, do 2 or 3 auto attacks and move away to avoid either spikes or his spit, and then repeat. Alright, so the last boss in this region and also the toughest challenge in this first region is Leshy. There are 2 phases to this boss. Here are attacks you can expect in phase 1. Leshy will make a move where he digs underground and launches giant spikes out of the floor in the direction he's heading. You can avoid this with a simple roll. Leshy will also growl and summon worms. Remember that these enemies' main moves involve jumping or lunging at the player. I would advise to kill them as soon as possible so they don't go out of hand. Third attack in phase 1, Leshi will shoot a barrage of fireballs. These do an AoE attack that hits a lot of tiny areas. The areas will be marked, so this move can be easily dodged. Stay close to Leshy here, because when he is doing this attack, it's very easy to do good damage. And fourth attack in phase 1, Leshy will shoot spikes in a star shape. Leshy will pop out of the ground and charge up spikes to shoot. These will go in a star-shaped direction, which can be used to get close. This will be one of the main moves you want to take advantage of for landing significant damage. Once Leshy is 50% HP, phase 2 will begin. Here are attacks you can expect in phase 2. Leshy will shoot out a circle of spikes that goes until it hits edge of the map. This move is super easy to dodge, as you can dodge right through the spikes and get some free damage. Leshy will fly up in the air and slam back into the ground. This is shown by a red circle on the floor. Leshy will follow players and try to land on them. You can do nothing but dodge this. Just stop moving and wait for him to land back and dodge. He also has a move where he pounds the floor 3 times. This move can be easily seen and players get enough time to react. If you go behind the boss, then Leshy won't be able to hit you and you can do good damage. In second phase, Leshy also summons worms more frequently. If they start to overwhelm you, take some of them out, but you should not make them your main focus, as they will keep respawning. Alright you guys, that's it for this video. I hope this information was useful for you guys. If you found this useful, I would really appreciate if you liked the video and subscribe to the channel. Have a blessed day and I'll see you guys next week.